It's nice to sit outside again for coffee and tea. You know, today I'm looking around me and I'm watching the smoke clear. But it's been pretty smoky here this week. We've been up in our dangerous level for breathing. So I'm going to try and keep it short today. I wanted, first of all, to tell everybody, be sure and pray for Afghanistan and Haiti. Between the war that's going on in one country and the earthquake in the other, there's a lot of reasons to pray for those people. And secondly, I wanted to tell you to be brave. Now, there's a lot of stuff going on in our own country between floods and fires. There's just a lot of stuff going on. And you know, while we're going through things is when we really need to stand strong and know that God is with us. And in my readings lately, I've been led to things that are encouraging and strengthening. And I was reading in Malachi where it talked about Jesus talking in the temple. And that was before Jesus was 12 years old talking in the temple and how people were listening to him and he had wisdom. And I thought that's pretty cool how we are led right into when Jesus did that. And I thought it was kind of cool how God knows what's going on and he sets things up. He sets us up all the time. Do you know that? He tells us when, well, not always to the dot, but that sometime in our life something's going to happen. And he tells us to focus on his word and to think on his word. Remember, we talked about meditating on his word. So when we're reading in the word, we need to remember and take notes. So that's how I write my devotionals, by the way, is I take notes and I go back to my notes and say, oh, this is a great idea. This is one that somebody else might get something from too. And then I'll write on that one. Or sometimes I'll pray and I'll ask God, where should I go? What should I write about today? And then I'll just start reading, and when something just grips my heart, that's when I add it. Well, I was taking some notes on Psalm 37 yesterday, and what I was reminded of is that even when we think we know everything, we haven't. Because I've read through 37 so many times, and this time when I read through it, of course I was focused on delighting to do his will, and when 37 popped open, well, I just turned to the page. I was going someplace else, but 37 popped open, and that's where my little Band-Aid bookmark was. And I think I've told you about the ministry of Band-Aids before, but if not, I'll look for a note on the bottom that says you haven't heard it. I will message you and tell you about it. But what I read was, do not fret because of evildoers, or be envious of the workers of iniquity, for they shall be cut off, or cut down like grass, and wither as the green herbs. Trust in the Lord and do good, dwell in the land, and feed on his faithfulness. So, we don't need to stress over the things that's going on around us that are evil or that are chaotic. We need to pray and we need to ask God to give us peace. And if there's something we need to do to help those people, then to help them. But in the meantime, we need to pray and trust that God's got it in control and he will stop the unrest. He will take care of those people. It's not our job to go out there and take care of each person, but it's his. And that means we can pray and let him take care of that. So, puppy dog next door. He wanted to have his say. So when I was reading about that, it was like really encouraging to me because of all the things that are going on in the world, right? And I was just thinking, okay, I don't need to worry about why are they doing this or what's going to happen and how come they can still do this, things like that. What I need to worry about is, God, what words can I pray for that nation? What words can I pray for that individual? And while I'm at it, what words can I pray for my neighbors? Because my neighbors need prayer as well. I don't know who they are. I don't know if they have any problems, but they need to know Jesus. And if they do need to know him, they need peace just like everyone else. And I'm sure they would enjoy knowing that someone was praying for them. So that's something I can do too. And you know, sometimes that alone takes bravery. just walking to your friend's door and saying, "Hi, my name is John Smith, and I wanted to meet you. We have new neighbors, and I haven't met them yet. But I'm trying to get up the courage to walk up to them. I'm trying to be brave." You remember the prayer that the prayer notes and the scriptures that we put on the frame the other week? Well, this time I took the little stencil that I used to make my coaster with, and I put "Be Brave" on my little frame, and it's been sitting on my desk. I brought it out here to show it to you. But that's to remind me to be brave, be strong, for the Lord my God is with me. And be brave, be strong, for the Lord your God is with you too. Now, even though it's smoky, I'm not going to stay out here much longer, but I want you to know to pray for the people around and about you, and then circle it around. Pray for your neighborhood. Pray for your city. Pray for your state. And I don't mean the actual physical thing, but the people in it. And ask God to bless them with peace, and to ask God to have them call out to Him and lean on Him for that peace. And yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about today. I mean, I have so many things, because there's so much going on in my life too. And next week you might get another coffee and tea on the go. I'm doing much better, and my walking is coming up again, so when I'm going on a hike, I want to take that film with me like I did when I went to Yosemite. And so I'm going to try and do that. And you know what? I'm going to enjoy myself and know that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And I want you to remember that today, in Jesus' name. And thank you for joining me for coffee and tea. Be blessed in all that you do.